do it.
Get this working here.
Yeah. A bit of a feedback there. Alright. Hello DDO. Thank you for tuning in. I've been running this favorite soul inquisitive build, and I'm pretty happy about it. So I thought I'll share it with the community, and if you'd like to try it out, you can run it too. So let me just first start off with an overview of what I did. My little notepad file here. So I went for 18 favorite soul and 2 levels of RT. I took the levels RT at the beginning so the leveling would be easier. I just used a repeater crossbow until level 8. You can also use it to level 10. After that, the inquisitive starts rocking out. So it's a wisp-based character. I maxed out my wisdom. Tried to get as high of a constitution as possible. There are 2 things you need to take into account for this one. You need intelligence a bit higher so you get skill points to get all the open luck stuff. If you don't have the points, stones or past lives for that, not a problem, just drop all the open luck and search stuff. I would first drop open luck. I did it myself too because I don't have the skill points, and then disable device and search could be useful for stuff to opening doors and finding secret doors and stuff like that. And the other thing that's really important for this build is your dexterity needs to be 21 at level 20, so you can get the, let me check it, combat archery, and also the EPS, improved precise shot, needs, I think it's 19 dex, so you need 19 dexterity at level 15 for this to work. So the feats I took are just the inquisitive standard stuff, so the point blank shots, completionists, if you don't have it you can take toughness or something like that. Precision, precise shot, range criticals, EPS, and quicken spell is the last one I took, because as a favorite soul you got a lot of healing spells that can be useful in a group. As a race I took the Ashimar, because it seems to be one of the most powerful classes at the moment, especially for wisdom based characters. So follower of the Orion I took, so you can get the +4 wisdom buff when you need it, and it, because you have 18 levels of a favorite soul, it is like a 3-minute buff, so it's pretty useful. As favorite soul feats I took the knowledge of battle, so the wisdom to damage and hit stuff, so you don't need to take the falconry tree, and the stout of hearts feat for health is always good. In the epic stuff I took overwhelming crit, of course, combat archery, that accounts for the 21 dexterity you need, some speeds and double shot to top it off, and the destiny feats is guardian angel, which is useful on a wisdom build. Once you hit below 50% you get the boosts based on wisdom and levels. Double shot and mass frog because it's a wisdom build. In this case I was planning to take celestial as the legendary feat, for some extra health and extra healing, but I took Scion of the Air instead for extra DPS, and I wanted to experiment with the Mark set from Sharn, which also gets you, I think it gives you wisdom and extra electric spell power, but I never came to that, so I'll probably advise you to take celestial. My ability split is pretty simple. Inquisitive 41, so you need the base of Ashimar for your lay on hands and extra wisdom, and 24 in falconry for deadly instinct, so that leaves you a couple of points. In this case I invested those points in the Ashimar tree for the extra health in there, so that's pretty useful. Otherwise you can put it into the favorite soul trees for extra attacks and stuff like that, which is also very useful. So you can switch out between those. So that's a bit of an overview of what I did. So let's get to the game and put on a bit of music here. There we go. The game. This is my character. It doesn't have any a lot of racial past lives. Let's open up this one here. So as I said, Inquisitive just needs 41 points to work well. Then I took the Falconer tree to Deadly Instinct here, so you can get the Whiz to damage buff instead of know the angles. Because I'm running in Shiradi and the Nerf Venom just hits very often. The extra damage from No Mercy is pretty useful. I took some extra hit points over here, attacks to renew the Deadly Instinct, action boost for sprints, and some generic stuff, not that interesting. And the other points all go to the Ashima tree. Improved recovery, that's cool. I took all the cores here for stronger bonds, for the lay on hands, and I got to 17 points because I took the free stacking bonus. And there's another quick draw feat which helps with the getting your weapon ready and healing. So that's cool. That's that. You know all the feats I took now. So let me just hop into Lord of Dust here on Elite. Let me show you the spells I chose to take. That's why I took the Air of Scion, because it gives you +4 evocation. I've been trying to use a good DPS from Inquisitive. It's not major DPS, but it's pretty good still. Not as good as a rogue Inquisitive build or the really high DPS Inquisitive build, but it's okay to run around with and to help out. Even in Reaper 10 it's still doing a good deal of DPS. But you also have got your Mass Frog and your Implosion running. Because I took the Air legendary feat, you get +4 to evocation, which helps with the Implosion, and you've got Mass Frog to boot, so you can clear out some stuff pretty fast with that too. The DCs aren't exceptionally high, but it works on the specific mobs that are vulnerable to those spells. So as a buff I've got Enchant Weapons, which is cheap, Night Shield of course, Protection from Evil, then we got the Death Pact, which is very useful. If you die you can just get back up again. Death Ward, Freedom of Movement, Spell Resistance Mass for all your teammates, Stalwart Pact, Holy Aura, and I've got the Twist in Martial Hymn. So that are my personal buffs. Then we've got True Seeing for anyone who needs it. A bit of Bliss, or Prayer in this case, and the Hero's Feast for the party. And then I've got set up my Diplomacy, the improved Uncanny Dodge, which I will be using in combination with the Filigrees for extra DPS. We got a Melt into Darkness for the higher Reapers, so you don't die if you pull aggro and stuff like that. Another Hit the Streets Diplo you can use, and of course the wings. The wings are great on this build. In combination with the speed boost you can get around really well, and of course with the EPS, the improved precise shot over here, you can kill stuff really fast. It's a great build for farming also. Then what else I gotta say? Let's check out my gear at this moment. I think I just have the Wildwood Sharn set for extra DPS on the arrows. And I've got a bit of healing stuff, so the Hallowed Castigators for extra healing. And let's see, extra constitution from this cloak. An Echo of the Ravenkind for improved deception. And the Holy Burst. I've got these goggles for some spell focus mastery. And I think I've got some swap-ins. It's been a while since I've played this one. Yeah, I can swap to the caster set for extra spell DCs, if needed in any case. And I think I've got a transformation cloak for extra frog DCs, which is all good. Then, so that's what I use. I've been lucky enough to get the raid Hallowed Splinter, which is pretty cool. And I use this rune arm, which I'm not sure if I want this one or I'll probably will want to have an electric one in combination with the Scion of the Air. So there's that, and I think you've got all the main things now. So let me just make some arrows, equip them.
Inquisitor Noman waits for you near the entrance.
Buff up a
An
bit.
irritated scowl on his face.
My wisdom is at 84 at the moment. If I pop this one, it will be 88. Yes, that's without the Reaper points. It could be a bit higher if I gear up for it and use my filigrees the right way. You can see which filigrees have got the Deadly Rain set going, and the Crackshot Negotiator. That's in combination with this ring, which gives me the double shot and the permanent range power. And the Deadly Rain will give me the range power on boost, which I've got 9 of at the moment, for the no holds bar to kill everything. So there's that. Let's get stuff going and see if we can show off the build a bit. I really like the DPS on this one. As you can see, it's not that bad. It's not the insane DPS you get with the Rogue Inquisitor or a Ranger Inquisitor and something like that. That's really focused on the range DPS. But you've got healing with this, so you've got a 370 about healing from Cocoon, and your normal heal will heal you for 1700. And a lay on hands will just get up to those 3,000 or 4,000, which is very useful in higher Reapers, because you can keep your distance with this character because you are ranged. You can do good damage. You can CC a bit with Nerf Venom and stuff like that. You are fast, so you can evade some stuff. 1 feat, if you can fit it in, if you, for example, don't need completionist, is the enlarge the range of the spells, so your healing spells can be from a long way, which you can also shoot from a long way, which really is useful and helpful because you won't take aggro that much. Let's see if I can. So that works. So once everybody gets to you, it's not a problem. You can just use your implosion for that, or frog 'em to clear the mobs out that
who accompanied Noman lies on the ground
that get to you. This is the most annoying part of being inquisitive, and that's you can't shoot doors open. So let me just, there you go, frog 'em. As I said, the DC isn't that high on this build, but if you know which mobs you can use it on. It's very easy to kill everything. Furthermore, I've got this combination here for other frog and implosion purposes. It's probably... Let me check it out. Let me pop this one to keep me alive. It's a Night Mother Scepter with a legendary Giant Splatter, which will give me some extra HP and protection, but with the Filigree gives me some extra DCs to use. My spells, once you've applied the spell, you can just drop it and go to the shooting again, which makes it a pretty useful thing to do. So that's a bit of my my builds. I hope you like it. Let me know in the comments below.
To look more like a dark and sinister temple, and less like an empty warehouse.
What you think about it, and if you also got a nice inquisitive build to use. I should be able to swap something here. Yeah, there we go. For the legendary Keylock ring for trapping. I also, to get my wisdom, used the healing belt over here. And this one is my insightful wisdom, 10 insightful wisdom, and my main wisdom is from the artifact ring. Let's see if I can implode some of these.
A dank chill pervades the lower level.
These guys.
The creak of hardened steel echoes from the corridor ahead.
There we go. And once you get to know all the mobs, so like constructs and stuff like that, it really works with Frog. And you can time and use your spells at the right time. You can really optimize this build with playing it.
No, you will stay here and see that no one gets by. I will go below and assist our
I don't think I forgot anything to tell you about this build. 84. Because you're using medium armor, your defenses are pretty good. For a ranged even, it's I think it's good. Especially as I don't have a lot of epic past life on this one. So on 150, no, 65 with 100 MMR, which goes up once you get to a 50, below 50. So let's see if I can get below 50 here.
In the center of this room stands a blood-stained altar. What
and get the Guardian Angel proc. So I just need to get to 900. And this should pop up quite a bit. As you can see, 144. I was pondering to get one level of Monk in this build, just to get the Wisdom to Armor class. And give up one Favorite Soul level. There we go, 250. So that's nice. And you can just pop this one and you're full up again. And pop this one, and pop this one. And that would clear everything pretty much. Of course, we've got Shiradi, so if you aren't familiar with that, you can use this one for some extra damage. And this one is Hans End with the shoot later. I didn't even use anything of the special attacks. For healing purposes, what can I tell you about that? I just took the cure serious wounds, cure critical wounds, healing, the rejuvenation cocoon, and the lay on hands that will regenerate. And as a mass, I've got the cure serious wounds, which usually it's not like a primary healer's thing for High Reaper, but for extra Reaper Extra healing in Reaper is pretty useful, and if you are in a good group, not a lot of healing is needed anyway, so you're a welcome guest in good groups. Well, that's it. I hope you liked the build again. Let me know what you think, and I hope to see you in game, and hope to run some high Reapers with you guys. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye bye.